The pattern is everywhere. Once you can see it, you can't unsee it. The recognition protocol Silas built runs constantly now, highlighting the anomalies in every memory I access. Generated objects, artificial presences, strangers who were never there, watching from the edges of my life. I've been cataloging them for 2 weeks, building a database of every instance I can find. The work is methodical, thorough, the kind of analysis my father taught me to do. But cataloging isn't enough anymore. Seeing the generated content doesn't tell me what it is, doesn't tell me why it's there, doesn't tell me what killed my father. I need to go deeper. I need to touch it, change it, remove it entirely. I need deletion tools. You are listening to Evermind, The Thread, Episode 4, Deeper, a Seventh Room production. Created and produced by Mike Scott. Silas sees it in my face before I say anything. No, he says. Just that, flat and final. I'm in his workshop, standing by the cluttered workbench where he's soldering something I don't recognize. He doesn't look up from his work, but his hands have gone still. You don't know what I'm going to ask. I know exactly what you're going to ask. He sets down the soldering iron carefully. You want memory deletion tools, deep access modification software that can interface with Evermind's servers and surgically remove the anomalies. And the answer is no. Silas, no, Alix. He looks at me now, and there's something hard in his expression, something scared. You've got the recognition mod. You can see the generated content. That should be enough. It's not enough. I need to understand what I'm looking at, and I can't do that by just watching. So you want to reach into active memory files and start deleting things? His voice is rising. Do you have any idea how dangerous that is? Memory deletion isn't like editing a document. You're interfacing directly through the node's connection to the cloud. One wrong parameter, one miscalibration, and you don't just corrupt the memory. You fry your node. You damage your brain. Then help me do it right. I am helping you. He stands. I'm helping you by saying no. The recognition mod was one thing, diagnostic software, passive observation. What you're talking about is active modification. It's illegal without the proper certifications. It's dangerous even with them. His voice drops. It's what killed Kieran. His words land like a physical blow. When he first told me about my father's death, it was just a cautionary tale Silas was telling me. Now I'm standing here asking him to hand me the same tools that burned out my father's brain. I watch as this realization transforms Silas's face, his features hardening with the same terror he must have felt when he found my father's body. You said you've been building safeguards, I say quietly. The regulator. You built them so this wouldn't happen again. His shoulders slump as he crosses to the locked cabinet. These weren't meant to be used. His hand hovers over the door handle. For 6 years after we lost him, I built what I should have given Kieran. Refined it, tested it, created the thing I keep imagining might have brought him home. Something breaks in his voice. The recognition mod was supposed to be enough for you. I thought if you could just see it, you wouldn't chase them the way he did. Install it. Let me try. You don't understand what you're asking. He turns to face me fully. The regulator might protect you from neural overload. It might cut the connection before your node fails. But deletion tools interface directly with the node's connection to Evermind. You're giving yourself access to rewrite stored data in real time from inside a ReLive session. One wrong parameter, one unexpected response from the network, and the load could spike beyond what the regulator can handle. His voice drops. I don't want to find you the way I found Kieran. I'll be more careful than he was, more precise with the targeting. I'll start small. He started small too. Silas's control finally breaks. Do you think your father was reckless? That he just dove in without planning? He was methodical, careful. You know he tested every step, and his node still failed. He takes a breath, forces himself calm. I warned him it was dangerous, told him to go through official channels. And he didn't listen. He built the tools himself, went deeper alone. His voice drops. And then he died. And I spent 6 years wishing I'd helped him instead of pushing him away. That's why I gave you the recognition mod. That's why I built the regulator. Because I couldn't save Kieran, but maybe I could save you. And now you're asking me to watch you make the exact same attempt that killed him. The workshop goes quiet. I can hear equipment humming in the background. The city sounds filtering through the walls. The rapid beating of my own heart. I'm doing this with or without you, I say finally. I'll build my own tools, take my own risks. But I'd rather do it with someone watching. Someone who can pull me back if things go wrong. And if I can't pull you back, then at least you'll know what happened. You'll have the data. Maybe you can use it to help the next person who finds this. I meet his eyes. Because there will be a next person, Silas. This alien code is everywhere. Someone else will see them eventually, and they'll want answers too. He looks at me for a long moment. I can see the war happening behind his eyes, fear and resignation, grief and something that might be pride. Finally, he opens the cabinet. 2 days for installation, he says quietly. And Alix, 1 attempt. If something goes wrong, if the regulator trips, you stop. No second tries, no going deeper. That's the condition. I should promise, should tell him what he wants to hear. I'll be as careful as I can be, I say instead. It's not a promise, but it's all I can give him. I don't go home immediately after the installation. Instead, I stop by a public access terminal in East Meridian and open a private channel. The kind that doesn't route through Division servers. The kind I've been avoiding for weeks. The echo of my father loads into the shared virtual space. He looks the same as always, my father at 45, the reconstruction flawless. He smiles when he sees me. That smile I'd give anything to see on a living face. Alix, it's been a while. 3 weeks. 3 weeks since I last opened a channel. The guilt sits heavy in my chest. I've been busy. Work. I heard you closed the Cross case. High-profile assignment for a rookie. He studies me, and I can see the processing happening behind his eyes. Comparing my current appearance to the last time we talked, running analysis on my posture, my tone. You look tired. Just a lot of late nights. I try to keep my voice casual. Following some leads on something I found, strange encoding in the memory files. His expression shifts, just slightly, a micro adjustment that wouldn't register to most people. But I know this face better than my own. What kind of encoding? Data that doesn't match known formats, foreign code signatures. I'm trying to trace the source. Kieran Echo is quiet for a moment. The pause stretches longer than normal processing delay. When he speaks again, his voice has changed, careful in a way that makes my chest tighten. That sounds like something your father was investigating. Before. If there are irregularities in the network, you should report them through proper channels. The words sound wrong. My father wouldn't have said that. This careful deflection, this bureaucratic suggestion, it's not him. I did report them. They told me it was corruption. Then maybe it is. Do you believe that? The question lands with the weight of knowing. Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're obsessing, chasing something you don't understand, keeping secrets from people who care about you. The observation stings because it's true. You haven't opened a channel with me in 3 weeks. You're investigating something dangerous. He leans forward slightly. What aren't you saying, Alix? I should tell him. Should explain about the recognition mod, the deletion tools I'm planning to build, the need to go deeper. Kieran Echo is literally built from my father's mind. He'd understand better than anyone. But something stops me. Maybe I've spent so long alone with this investigation that I don't know how to let anyone in anymore. The isolation has calcified into something I can't break, even when I want to. I'm following leads, I say. Standard investigation. Nothing dangerous. The lie tastes like ash. You're lying to me. Not angry, just sad. And that worries me more than anything else you've said. His expression softens into something that looks like grief. Alix, whatever you're doing, you don't have to do it alone. I'm fine. You're not fine. The words are gentle, but uncompromising. You're chasing something that killed your father, and you're lying to the people who want to keep you safe. He pauses, and when he speaks again, his voice carries a weight that makes my throat tight. Please, be careful. And if you need to talk, really talk, I'm here. I know. Thank you. I reach for the channel disconnect. My hand hovers over the command. Alix. His voice stops me. I love you. Your father loved you. Whatever happens, remember that. I close the channel before I can respond, before the tears that are threatening can actually fall, before the guilt can crack through the walls I've spent 2 weeks building and make me tell him everything. Another wall going up, another person I'm pushing away. I'm becoming someone I don't recognize, and I'm not sure I can stop. I build the deletion tools over the next week. It's harder than I expected. Memory modification isn't just about targeting data and marking it for removal. The files are interconnected, associations, contexts, timestamps. Delete one piece and you affect everything around it. The tools need to be surgical, precise. They need to isolate the foreign code without touching anything else. I work from therapeutic deletion frameworks, the kind licensed memory professionals use. Adapt them. Strip out the safety limiters and oversight protocols. Build something that can run during ReLive, overlaying the memory I'm experiencing with an editing interface. The concept is straightforward. I go under, load the target memory, activate the deletion protocol while I'm immersed in the experience. The interface appears in my peripheral vision, responding to thought commands. I mark the generated object, execute removal. The data gets flagged for purge, sent through my node to Evermind servers, erased from storage. In theory, it's clean, safe, controlled. In practice, I won't know until I test it. The work consumes me. I stop going to the division except when absolutely necessary. Stop returning Silas's check-in calls. Each missed call a small betrayal I tell myself I'll make up for later. Stop sleeping more than a few hours at a time. The apartment fills with open displays, code fragments, diagnostic readouts. I eat standing up, shower when I remember, exist in the narrow space between obsession and understanding. By the end of the week, I have something that works in testing. At least, I think it does. The simulations look clean. The dummy data deletes without corruption. But simulations aren't real memories. Dummy data doesn't fight back. And somewhere in the back of my mind, a small voice that sounds like Silas asks, what if the real thing does? There's only one way to know for sure. I choose the target carefully. A memory from childhood. Age 9. Playing in my backyard on a summer afternoon. I've reviewed it a dozen times since Silas gave me the recognition mod. There's a woman walking past the fence in the background. Brown hair, pleasant face, paying no attention to the child in the yard. She glows with the alien encoding signature. Generated, artificial, never real. She's perfect. I don't tell Silas what I'm planning. I don't tell anyone. I just wait until evening, until the apartment is quiet and the city outside has settled into its nighttime hum. I sit in my chair, mind glass on, deletion tools loaded. Silas's regulator running silently in the background of my node, monitoring everything. I take a breath, and I go under. My body freezes. The apartment disappears. The memory loads around me. I'm 9 years old. Small hands, skinned knees. The world bigger than it will ever feel again. The backyard is bright with afternoon sun. I'm building something with sticks and leaves. A fort maybe, or a trap for imaginary creatures. My parents' voices drift through the kitchen window. Indistinct but comforting. The sound of safety. The memory plays forward without my control. This is playback, not interaction. I'm experiencing what already happened, feeling it unfold through my past self's senses. The woman appears at the fence, walking past on the sidewalk beyond. She doesn't look at me, doesn't acknowledge the child in the yard. Just another stranger in the background of my life. Except she's not. I activate the deletion protocol. The interface materializes at the edge of my vision, wireframes and markers, highlighting the woman's form with that alien glow. The controls respond to intent. I don't need to touch anything, just think the commands. Target lock, confirm parameters, execute deletion. I confirm. For a moment, nothing happens. The memory plays normally. I keep digging in the dirt. The woman keeps walking. The sun stays warm on my back. Then she flickers. It's subtle at first. Her outline wavers. The brown hair loses definition. Her pleasant face blurs at the edges. And then something pushes back. I feel it through the node, a surge of data, sudden and massive. Not from my deletion tools. From her. The woman's image stabilizes, reforms, reinforces. The encoding around her thickens, multiplies, and the connection to Evermind, that bridge between my frozen body and the memory I'm experiencing, begins to overload. The backyard distorts. My 9-year-old hands freeze mid-motion. The deletion interface fractures, error messages cascading across my vision in symbols I don't recognize. The woman turns. She wasn't supposed to turn. In the original memory, she never looked at me, never acknowledged my existence. But now she turns, and she looks directly at me, and her eyes are wrong. Data floods through the connection. The neural load spikes catastrophically. My node screams warnings. The regulator screams louder. And through it all, I feel something else. Something foreign. Something that isn't my software or Evermind's infrastructure or any code I recognize. Something alive. It pours into my node like water finding cracks, riving through the connection, writing itself into my firmware. The generated woman isn't passive data. Whatever made her is active, and I've just attacked it, and now it's attacking back. The pain is immediate and overwhelming, not physical, neurological. My mind fractures trying to process data it was never designed to handle. The memory tears apart. The backyard dissolves into static, and somewhere very far away, I feel my body convulsing, my heart stuttering, my lungs forgetting how to breathe. The regulator tries to cut the connection. It's too late. The foreign code is already inside, already spreading, already rewriting things at a level deeper than the regulator can reach. My node fails. My consciousness scatters. And in that moment, before everything goes dark, I understand what killed my father. Not the investigation, not the tools, not even the alien code itself. It was this, the moment of contact. The moment something living in the network noticed someone trying to touch it and responded the only way it knew how, by coming inside. The last thing I perceive is the woman's face, close now, too close, whispering something in a language that sounds like mathematics. Her eyes aren't eyes anymore. They're windows into something vast and cold and utterly alien. And then nothing.